So I am just priming my skin with the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer, and I am just applying this to the areas where my pores are a bit larger. And for a foundation, I'm using the YSL foundation, and this is in the shade B60, and I'm using a damp beauty blender to blend that in. I conditioned my lips with the Arden 8-Hour Cream, and now I'm just moving on to my eyebrows, and I'm using the Anastasia Brow Palette. And I usually mix the colors. I usually use taupe, soft brown, and some of the darker shades, but I absolutely love this palette because you can play around with different shades and see what works for you. And I'm using an Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. To prep my eyelids, I'm using MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and I'm just applying this with my finger, and this is just going to help the eyeshadows adhere to your skin, and it's also going to cancel out any redness. And I use Painterly because it's a very neutral color, but you can use soft ochre that's more of a yellow tone. Now I'm going straight into the Maybelline Nudes palette, and I found this at the drugstore. I found this at Rite, but I'm using the third shade, and it's a matte color. I chose to use matte colors in this because it's very wearable for the daytime, and I don't know, I just seem to love matte shadows. So I'm just packing that in, and now I'm going in with this other matte shade, and I'm just putting this into my crease, and I'm using a Sigma E36 brush. To deepen up my crease, I'm using the second matte shade on the second row, and I'm using a MAC 224 brush. And I'm just putting this into my crease, concentrating it on the outer V, and I'm just going to blend that forward. To intensify the first cream shadow that we use, I'm just going to pack that on just a bit more, and then I'm applying that to my brow bone. And layering your shadows creates more of a pop, so I'm just applying this to the areas that I already applied it to just layer my shadows, and now I'm just blending away. To conceal under my eyes, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Sand Sable with a beauty blender. For this look, I chose not to use a liquid liner for a wing, but instead I'm going to use this black shadow from the palette, and it's the last shade. And I'm using a Luxie Lush angled brush, and I'm just taking my time with this and just angling it and basically extending that wing. But instead of using a liquid liner, when you use shadow, it gives it a more soft look. It's not as intense and as dark, but it still gives you that precision. So I really like using shadow as my eyeliner lately because it's just a softer, smokier look, and I've been loving that. Now I will be adding falsies, but I like to add a coat of mascara, or maybe a couple of coats. This is Revlon Bold Lacquer Mascara, and I like to do this before my falsies just to help them blend in a bit more. And to warm up the colors, I'm using Makeup Geek Frappe, and this is just a softer brown, and I'm just applying that in my crease with a Morph brush. To add a bit more coverage, I'm using Benefit Hello Flawless Powder in Toasted Beige. And then to set my concealer, I'm using Bare Minerals Well Rested Powder just underneath my eyes with a Real Techniques setting brush. For my eyebrows, I'm using this Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in dark brown, and I'm just using this to sharpen up my brows. I've been loving this stuff lately. I absolutely just cannot do my brows without it. It really just creates a sharp edge, and is just one of the best brow products that I've ever used in my life. So you definitely need it in your life, and I'm using a MAC angled brush to apply this. I just want to say thank you to my girl LUISA for sending me these Koko Lashes. Thank you so much, girl. I will leave her link down below. She makes awesome videos. She's always uploading, and she's such a sweetheart. So yeah, she sent me these Koko Lashes, and I literally got them in the mail, and I just used them the same day because I've heard so many good things about them, and they look awesome on her. So I love them. They're so wispy. A lot of you guys asked me what lashes I was wearing, so yeah, they were Koko Lashes. And now I'm just using the matte shade from the bottom row and the top row just to smoke that out, and then I'm using some glittery shadows, but you don't really see the shimmers really, but I'm just using this to warm up underneath my eye and create more of a smoky look, and now I'm just blending a bit more. To help adhere my natural lashes with the falsies, I'm using the Manga Mascara, and this is in waterproof, and I'm also applying this to my lower lashes. To brighten my waterline, I'm using this Milani Brow and Eye Highlighter, and I'm using the matte cream shade. And then to contour, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, and I've been doing less for my contour. I feel like less is more, but I'm still using my Luxie Lush angled brush, and I forgot how amazing this palette is for contouring. The shades are just absolutely perfect, and I fell in love again. So yeah, I'm just contouring and bronzing up the skin. To clean up my contour, I'm using my foundation just underneath my contour, and you've seen me do this in my updated bronzing and contour video. I will leave a link down below, and I'll explain why I do this and why I love doing it. It just literally makes the world of a difference. For my blush, I'm using Hanky, Panky, and Smitten by Makeup Geek. The bright pink shade is called Hanky Panky, and it is so pigmented. I didn't know it was going to be this pigmented, so I am going to just blend that out with a clean brush, but I absolutely love these Makeup Geek blushes. They are amazeballs. To brighten up the waterline even more, I'm using the LA Girl Glide Gel Liner in Whiten, and these are super pigmented. The Milani one was just not doing it for me, so just added that. And now I'm just applying a little bit of the Stila liquid liner, and I'm just focusing this in the front of my eyes, just because I have a little bit of a space between my lashes and the beginning of my eyeball. And for my lips, I'm using this LA Girl lip paint, the glazed super intense color lip paint, and this is in the shade Blushing. And I'm applying this with my brush and a little bit onto my lips, just because this stuff is so pigmented and it will kind of stain your lips. Now, they are so amazing, and they're very comparable to the melted lip paints, I think by Too Faced, but here I'm just applying a little bit of NYX Angel Food Cake Butter Lip Gloss just to make the color a bit more neutral. And then to highlight, I'm using the Balm Mary Luminizer, and perfection. I'm obsessed with this highlighter. And to lighten my brows, I'm using an Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel. And that is the entire look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. My dress is from Romwe, and I will leave a link down below. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it somewhat useful. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Mwah.